this one were played on paper, it might get ugly, but you never know what's going to happen. Welcome to the home of the Alabama Crimson Tide, Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. As we'll see a squad from the Sun Belt, the ULM Warhawks, taking on the 7th-ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So UL Monroe's offense will go to work first. And they are going to be met up front by a defensive line group that is going to make life miserable on the offensive line and the quarterback and this whole offense, David.
And this offense is fully aware of the challenge in front of them. This defensive line is quick, they're physical, they're powerful. They wreck games. They individually take over because of their greatness. It's focal point 1, 2, and 3, Jesse.
They're physical and athletic, and that's the thing that's so dynamic about this position group, right? They stop the run. They get after your quarterback. Tremendous challenge for this offensive line to try and match that physicality. We'll see if they can get it done.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34. A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on 3rd down. Gives it on the option. Creates a little space. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a 1st down. And the Warhawks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
To the air. It's Hoffman. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. He's got it inside the 15. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Warhawks. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
The Crimson Tide offense comes out, and now they'll go on the attack. And they are led up front by a powerful offensive line that opens up an array of possibilities, Jesse.
No question it's the identity of this offense. Multiple players up front that are going to play in the National Football League. This unit is going to be up for the Joe Moore Award at the end of the year for the outstanding O-line, David. They are going to try and establish the line of scrimmage with their physicality.
Man, it's a tremendous challenge with this defensive line because you know that. Like, you've got to be aggressive. You've got to be physical. I've got to take away their ability to run the football first. This unit's nasty. They're dirty. I love it.
Caught close to the marker. It's Williams. Turning it on. He's at the 20. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Bama. Setting up for the extra point and the tie. When that receiver got 3, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes and they'll stop him at the 16. Guys, we'll see what this Warhawk offense can get done this time. The RPO, it's complete.
Love the play call on the RPO. That time the defender bites on the run fake, and that opens up the window for the slant coming in behind him. Nice job.
The Warhawks with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Give to the running back. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Well, it's an offense that prides themselves on being physical. No mystery there. You need 1 yard, turn around, hand it off, let them go to work.
They'll snap it from the 26 on first down. Might as well give it to him again. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking for a man. It's Hoffman. He's got the back in the middle. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down mark. And the Warhawks come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. The Warhawks are moving quickly down the field. Wants to go up top on first down. Just a short pass to the tight end. And he didn't have a whole lot of operating room after the juke. Not much room to run. Now on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. He's got him. Stopped just across the 50 at the 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Now they'll run it to the right here. Oh, he's got some space. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Warhawks, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. He caught it. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive.
As a head coach, you love to see your quarterback locked in early in games. And in the first drive, leads the offense down to a touchdown, throws a TD pass, and here he is again, making a really good...
Touchdown, ULM! Quick strike through the air for the score.
A big question mark for this offense coming into the year, guys. Who could score touchdowns? Who are going to be their biggest playmakers on offense? This guy scored in the first game. He's off to a great start in this one with that touchdown. This guy looks like the real deal.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score, already down 14-7. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll run it out of the shotgun. That keeps the running game churning. Pickup of 5 to the 23. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Crimson Tide needs to convert on 3rd and short. Spits it out to the back. Zings it complete to the right. He'll make a play on 3rd down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Leaves it with the running back. Got behind those pads and picked up 3 out to the 35.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back. Give to the running back.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They plow ahead with the run, but still more ground needed to pick up the first down. Third down coming. Grabbed over the middle. It's Horton. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man.
There he goes. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. The give out of the gun. At the 20, he's got space. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped. Alabama comes to the line with a 1st and goal. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. A 1st down run on the doorstep. And he'll be stuffed. Got nothing. Line of scrimmage still at the 4. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll give it another shot on 2nd and goal from the 4. Here's the handoff. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Extra point here will tie the game. You know what? Methuselah lived 969 years. He was born and died in the amount of time it took them to walk it down the field and score that touchdown.
And that's just so frustrating. Play after play after play. You line up, you try to do your assignment, and you fail, and they cap it off with a touchdown. Oh, Methuselah.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Looking for a man. It's Hoffman. Fires left. It's complete. He's brought down at the 29 after a 10-yard gain.
And when you get zone coverage and you're running curls and the wide receiver sprints off the ball, you know what happens? That DB starts to bail, and that wide receiver comes back, and it's easy pitch and catch for the offense.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And these coaches have these play sheets over there on the sidelines, and there's so many calls they want to call. They want to make explosive plays, but you got to protect your QB, and he's already been sacked. Now he's hit again. Like, they've got to protect him up front if they want a chance of doing damage on the offensive side of the football.
From the shotgun, they'll run it. Powers through the defender. Finds his way for 3 out to the 33.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through.
Fires one high and deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. The Warhawks send out the punt unit. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. They'll wrap him up and bring him down, and that's how we'll wrap up the first quarter. Absolutely nothing settled, deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. That first quarter set the standard, and we hope we get a lot more of that here in the second. First play of the period, first down here. Running back searching for a hole. Got enough for the first. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped a really big play. Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. Working that wide receiver screen. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. New set of downs after the completion. Dropping back, it's Simpson. Lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown, Alabama! They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
And it's so leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
UL Monroe has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Fakes the grab on the left. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
Yeah, and I love that the QB understood I'm going to put some stank on this. I'm going to throw it as hard as I can quickly, right when he's breaking out of that curl. Nice job getting it to him quick so he could get a first down.
Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Off play action. Fires to the big fella. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down. And the Warhawks are on the move. Looking to throw on first down. Gets it to him on the screen. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
And so many things have to come together perfectly for a screen to work for big yardage. And they were close. You could tell that almost busted, but they just got wrapped up, got a little bit of yardage, but they really wanted that one to be a big gainer.
They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Warhawks have it with a 1st and 10. Looking downfield, it's Hoffman. And he'll chuck that one away and save the down. Nobody was able to get open. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. The play action fake. Caught in the backfield. It's Sullivan. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. The Tide crowd rolling noise down on the Saban field on 3rd down. Wants to throw again. Makes a catch along the sidelines, but he's going to lose yardage. If he goes down right there, that play's going to lose yardage. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. He's got it, showing off that big leg from 47 yards out. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Duke was able to cap off a close one in Durham with a narrow victory. And that's the mark of a solid program. Pile up wins, build on games like these, and remain focused on the big picture. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. On the ground, it's Hill. He's got it out to the 37 after gaining 5. If you're going to play Bama tough, you're going to find out really early if you can handle the running game.
Yeah, they're going to check your chin. I mean, they're going to come in and they're going to give you a steady diet of it. Even when they've had great quarterback play and spread the ball out, it's still a physical principle. They're going to make you stop the run. If you can't stop it, it could be a long game.
They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
It's so hard for a defense to have to stop plays like that because it really forces you to play with great eye discipline. You see the pre-snap motion. The defense doesn't know if he's just running across the field and is going to run a route, if he's going to block, or if he has the football. That time, he was able to outflank the defense and hurt them to get that first down.
Now on first down from the 40. They'll ride the hot hand. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Pocket breaking down. Caught over the middle. It's Cuevas. Knocked down at the 24-yard line, but it's a big gain. 15 yards on the play, and this offense is in business. They'll go to the ground. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. On first and goal, let's see if Alabama can get it in the end zone. Looking for the goal line. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. And after that strong play on first down, they're right on the cusp of a score. Second and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown time.
Man, this offense has started the season off so good. 1-0 a week ago, right? Now building on it again. Great job putting points on the board. It's still the first half, but this unit looks dialed in.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Guys, we'll see what this Warhawk offense can get done this time. They come out now down by 2 possessions, 28-17, and hoping to use this drive to draw closer. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. To the air, it's Hoffman. Going for it all. He's got it down the left side. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Finds his tight end. He's knocked out of bounds as he gets it across midfield and down to the 46. Line getting set on second down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. In the gun and looking to throw on third down. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. And the Warhawks will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines. Not his best work. Here comes that Alabama offense. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive did.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted now.
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on second down. Looking to fire. That's caught. It's Green. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Dropping back, it's Simpson. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. Bunch formation for these receivers. Going right to work up top. Right on the money. Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play. They'll immediately call timeout. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Off the play fake on first down. Finding an escape route. Fighting off the defender.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. He's got it inside the 25. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Flips it out in the flat. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. That'll make it a one-possession game. The lead is 8. That late-in-the-half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. They finally make the stop, but that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Gentlemen, what else is new? A spirited environment there in Tuscaloosa. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line. And with that said, let's send it back to the guys at Bryant-Denny Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. The Warhawks will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Slips through the line. He's on the loose. Can they catch him? They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
We just went to half. We drew up all these adjustments and things we got to do differently to take advantage. How about the special teams coming out to start the second half and setting the tone, taking the kick all the way back for 6. You don't draw it up any better than that.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. UL Monroe has it back on the offense, ready to go to work. This crowd still bringing the intensity to open the second half. Trying to set the tone on the ground in the 3rd. They believe in that running game. Got 6 before he stopped at the 23. And the Warhawks can really attack on this 2nd and short. Dropping back, it's Hoffman. Throws to the wideout. Intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. They'll run behind the big guys on the right.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on 3rd down. Fires to the right. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. They get him on the ground after the turnover, but there is a flag on the field, and we'll see if that will be a reprieve for this offense. And the pass interference penalty is costly, wiping out the turnover. As a defense, you hate to let them move the chains on a penalty, but that's what they did. It's 1st and 10. He'll keep it himself.
Nice job there by the QB on the zone read, because he's watching the D lineman, and he knows he has to keep the football, and then he right away takes it upfield to get some positive yards.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Back to pass. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hip.
And good job by the defense. The defense clearly knew where they were going with the football. Double coverage out wide, making sure they don't give up a touchdown to that guy. Nice job by the defense.
He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it up to 12.
Well, I'll tell you, it was a pretty dumb decision by the opponent to go for it so deep in their own end, and this offense now is making them pay for that. After getting the ball back on the third play of the drive, they're able to run it, get the first down, and stay on the field.
Touchdown, Bama! And the beatdown has ensued.
Loving what I'm seeing from this offense this week. And talking to them, they felt like last week's win was a lot closer than what it should have been. They didn't play to their full potential, but they did that here in this game. When they're hitting on all cylinders, they are scared.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Always expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Oregon delivered maybe its most thorough thumping in years in a game that featured a ton of big plays, not unlike the way Michael James, Kenyon Barner, and Jonathan Stewart used to do it. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Looking to throw, it's Hoffman. Makes the catch. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. Just makes life so much easier for his quarterback.
Just a pickup of a couple out to the 15-yard line. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. The Warhawks will try to pin them back with the punt. Now on the return. He gets a block. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Inside the 40-yard line and out of bounds at the 39.
And after a successful run like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and potentially taking a shot, because even if it's incomplete now on second, you only have a short amount of yards to go here on third.
Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Going for it all. It's incomplete, and trust me, you will not see that very often from this guy at second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. He'll be pulled down after a good run. They'll mark it at the 15. Alabama comes to the line on third and short. They'll try to run for it. Just ran him over. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run. Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss. It's third and goal and a long way from the end zone. Looking to pass. It's Simpson. Lets it go to the end zone. Oh, he makes the play. It's intercepted.
As a quarterback, you've got to give your receiver an opportunity to make the play. You've got to put the ball on his body. That throw gets away a little bit from the QB, and that leads to the tip and the interception.
Guys, we'll see what this Warhawk offense can get done this time. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Breaks into the open. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. They gave themselves room to operate with that first play. Now first down from the 37. Catch in the middle, it's Green.
Yeah, and what a nice job seeing it, reacting, and throwing. When you run these RPOs, you want to read the defense really quickly. Is he playing run? Okay, boom, I'm going to throw the slant right behind him. Nice job by the QB.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the wideout. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete. And the Warhawks come to the line on third and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
And on third down, he calls his own number. Really nice job by the quarterback, making the decision, being decisive. He does a good job going, getting the first down. A new set of downs for this offense.
That's caught. It's Green. Brought down at the 32-yard line. Picks up 15 yards on the play and an important first down. The Warhawks come to the line with a new set of downs. To the air on first down. Right down the middle. He's got it. And he will score. Touchdown, Warhawks.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. And that's already his second touchdown of the game.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. Looking downfield, it's Simpson. Catch in the middle, it's Horton.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on first down. Second down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss and complete.
Intercepted. The defense has set him up. Didn't really have room to operate on the return, but he hands him the ball at the 32.
Well, the good news is after that second pick of the third quarter now for this guy, they're still winning the game, but they are living dangerously right now. And they can't expect to hold on to that if this guy keeps making bad decisions like we've seen here now in the first period of the second half.
And it's got to be frustrating because you always talk about taking care of the football, and you've got to lead in the second half. You need your quarterback to play smart.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Got it in the middle, it's Godfrey. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. This has been utter domination through 3 quarters, and the stats will back that up. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. He leaves it with the back. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some ballers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Back to pass, it's Hoffman using the quick game. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. First and goal, and this feels like their chance to make a game of it. From the gun. Trying to find the end zone. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to bow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on first down and goal, getting them tackled to the ground.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd and goal. Snead gets it done.
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
So the kickoff team will come out after they turn in a score on that last drive. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Second down coming up. They'll ride the running back and leave it with it. Smashes him with the stiff arm. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. Alabama just did work on the ground. Let's see if they go right back to it. Right back to the well. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
When the offense can run the football and you can feature a guy like this that will get more yards than his block, that you can really depend on, hangs on to the football, like it makes offense super easy, especially down the stretch when you want to eat that clock and you want to possess the football. Just nice to have that kind of guy.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. The Crimson Tide needs to convert on 3rd and short. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. They got 0 push up front, and they stopped him in the backfield.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back.
Did you see the replay?
False start.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. Nice job to make the fair catch at the 16. Make sure that ball didn't bounce into the coffin corner. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out.
Example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone, they're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush, they win up front.
Got his man on the right. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. A veritable Crimson Tide of noise on Saban Field here on 3rd down. Back to throw, it's Hoffman. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
Oftentimes as a quarterback, when you have success early, you earn the right to take more shots. I think that's what you're seeing now in this game. We're here late. We're still throwing it deep because this quarterback's thrown 3 touchdown passes. He's proven to his coach that he can get it done and he can make the right decisions and not put his offense in harm's way. And that's why you're still seeing them throw it vertically downfield.
Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical.
Turning it on! Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. From inside the 40 at the 37, it's first down. Out of the gun to give to the back. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
And how about this offense running the football when you know it's going to be a run? Being the more physical squad. And this defense, man, trailing in this football game, still got those 3 timeouts, but they've got to get a stop. They've got to make a stand and start burning those timeouts.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
And that can be frustrating to watch running backs not make plays like a receiver, but they're not a receiver. And a lot of times when they have the guys around them, the focus that receivers have it doesn't exist in them. And you could tell just dropped the football, lost a little bit of focus, but I think those footsteps were close enough where he heard it.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
Dead center perfect. And that will extend their lead even further.
You know, it's funny, in an age where there's so many college football analytics and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down, at the end of the day, it still comes down to managing the game. Good decision by the head coach here in the 4th quarter. By kicking that field goal, you've now made it a 2-possession game. Your chances of winning this thing have now gone way up.
Looking to throw is Hoffman. Here comes the heat. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. And the Warhawks want to pick up the tempo. Going to sling it on 2nd down. Pressure coming. And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack.
These are the perfect situations you love to be in. Known passing situations. These are not where the offensive tackles want to be. And when you're on the edge and there's no threat of the run, pin your ears back, get the nice first down sack.
One running back in the backfield, and he has it. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. A 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. They're going to run it. He had a whole host of defenders he had to dodge in the backfield.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Fit it in the window for the score.
I got to say, the mental toughness that this team is showing early this season is real impressive. And going down the field and scoring on that last possession, putting themselves in position here to go 2-0, they're answering the bell. This team has leadership on both sides of the ball. Very, very impressive.
He'll bring it out. It's Godfrey. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. UL Monroe has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. This offense has pretty much been stuck in the mud the entire game. It's been a frustrating performance, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, you can't be hanging your head just yet. This game's not over. This coaching staff is still evaluating their players. So if you're on the field right now, you've got to finish this game. You've got to try to prove something to them.
Well, the game is over, to be clear. They're not coming back. But I hear what you're saying. Keep fighting. Keep showing your coaches it matters. And maybe find something positive here late that you can build on for the weeks to come.
Oh, will they dial up on second and a long way to go. That's reeled in. It's Godfrey. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Pass interference.
They had the first down before that penalty backed them up, and now they'll snap it on second down. Offense in a bunch formation. To throw, it's Hoffman. Plucks it out of the air. Really good vision, using the moves to get out to the 13. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. On third and long, try to convert through the air. Here's a throw downfield late. Intercepted! Oh, what a play! He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. And the running game has collapsed so far on this drive, and now it's third down. When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll this game tape back to show both offenses.
Dial it up and let it run. I mean, that's essentially what we saw in this game. It didn't matter what either offensive coordinator was calling. Everything seemed to work through throwing the football, in the intermediate passing game, the RPOs, the run game, David. This was just clinical offensive football.
And offenses have evolved so much. They can do so many different things, and they know how to use their playmakers, get speed and space, make those big plays. So that's why offenses are ahead of defenses in this game. It was no different.